Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Make Art with Mrs. M. I'm gathering my supplies, the supplies I'll need for today: markers, glue stick, and scissors. And today we'll be talking about the art of Mr. Jean Dubuffet. Now, that is a French name for you. This guy is from Paris. His work is so whimsical and fun. I love it. And so I wanted to take a look at it, the different aspects of it, and talk about him a little bit today. And then let's make something together. I printed out a couple of pictures to show what his artworks look like. Similar to the little replicas I've made here, you'll see bold black lines, and you'll see striped patterns, and you'll see all the white spaces, lots of white, and splashes of bold colors like red and blue. Yes, I love his work because it's quirky, it's adventurous, it is so fun. So back in his time, this was kind of radical, and he just really did a whole bunch of works that looked like this. He actually did a series of paintings and sculptures with these bold lines that were mostly white, and with these just really cool organic shapes. They just flow. It's good energy. And he did drawings and sculptures and paintings like this. And it all started with the doodle. I love the way sometimes you can doodle and draw lines that are loopy and curvy and wavy that overlap each other. And then, he went back in and filled in some solids and some with stripes. So I'm going to show you how you can take 3 pieces of paper, 2 white ones and 1 colored one. And the colors I've been using have been red or blue, with a black marker to create a paper sculpture in the style of Jean Dubuffet. This is one that I did earlier that has an area cut out of the middle, which I think is fun. This one was looking like a person, and some of his sculptures did look like people. But if you look there, you'll see all the lines flowing every which way. You'll see black, you'll see some red and blue, and lots of stripes. Here's another one that doesn't have the center cut out. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how I did this. Well, first, you'll need a white piece of paper, and you'll need blue or red. Now, I've already cut this in half, so this size is 6 by 9, and this is 9 by 12. So what I'm going to do is fold it when the time comes so that I can end up with 2 white pieces. So with the markers, I'm going to start with the black. Now, my markers are getting old. They're kind of vintage. It's okay. And I'm going to start with a very energetic, wavy line that comes down, goes around, loops over itself. And I'm going to fill the page with this happy energy of this line meandering across the page, making very cool areas, neat areas that will be dying for color soon. Ding. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. So my black line has just filled this page. Let me do the same thing on my blue piece of paper while I'm at it. And I'll just start and add lines that overlap each other and go around and just create interesting shapes. Now, this is, sometimes people call this automatic drawing, where you just go and just let your impulses guide you. And I like that. I just really do. I love it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to color in, let's go for 3 spaces. I'm going to color in 3 spaces with the black. So I find one and I make that one black. And my vintage marker is holding on for dear life. Yes. Doing this this way has been fun, just experimenting with it because it's almost like you can't mess this up. So I've colored 3 spaces. Let me see if my other vintage marker works better than this one. Now I'm going to add some lines, some stripes. So if I repeat the lines, it gives a stripy pattern. Boy, these markers are so sad. Okay, this one is better than I thought it was. It's better than that second one. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make some in other sections that are going in a different direction. So these will be leaning in this section, and then I'll make some going left to right in this section. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side while I do the same thing here. And I'm starting with black simply because I used it first for the initial line. So find your areas. They could be big, or I prefer the smaller ones because I really like that the sculptures and drawings and paintings that he made had lots of white space. I think the white makes it look crisp and clean and vibrant. So I'm just going to choose 3. I actually think I don't want to overdo it with the other colors. I think I'll do 3 with the black and then 2 with the red and blue. 2 areas solid and 2 areas striped with the red and blue. So easy peasy. Now who can't color inside the lines? Well, I can. And I hope you can too. Now I'm trying my best not to allow this red to smudge with the black, so that's why I colored in the middle first, and then I get close to the edge and I try not to let the black from the black marker transfer. I guess I'm going to have to add some red stripes right here, simply because I made that stray mark and I don't want to leave that looking weird. Let's see. Okay, I'll go straight across and left to right in this area with the red. Red's one of those colors that just brings a different kind of feeling and emotion to works of art sometimes. So, okay, I have 2 stripes and 1 solid, so I'm going for a second solid in red. And there. And now it's time for the blue. When I think about making sculptures, sometimes, you know, the supplies for making sculptures and the amount of space they take up is sometimes intimidating, but sculptures can be wonderful, especially paper ones, because this one can fold up and you can just slide it into a notebook, or you can mail it to somebody. It's going to be compact. Just watch what I tell you. Sometimes sculptures are wonderful because you can see around on all the sides. You can look around it, and it just makes your eyes dance to be able to interact with a piece of work that way sometimes. So 2 solid and 1 more stripy one with blue. Okay. I'll do out leaning lines with blue going this way. Okay, that didn't take too long, and I'm satisfied with that. I love the color. It's just vibrant. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is fold this in half. Make the corners touch, make a crisp fold, and then what I'll do is open it and cut on the folds. The next thing I'll do is I'll put all 3 pages together, the 2 white ones and the first one that I did, which was blue. I'm going to stack them together and match the corners and fold them in half as well. Wait, this is something I think it would be better if I folded this one outward like this. And the reason why is because I'm going to make a thicker, bolder black line around the outside, similar to the way Dubuffet did his. Okay, I like this side better. I'm going to make the thicker, bolder line around the outside. So if I hold my marker at an angle, I get a really thick line. And so I'm going to go around the outside of the shape here that was made by these really, really happy lines. And I'm going to go around, and then I'm going to take my line and end it down here at the corner. So I'll have a base down here. Because when I cut on this line all the way around here, it's going to look really, really cool, the shape of the sculpture. So I'm using a bigger pair of scissors so that I can cut on the line. So I drew my line all the way down to that corner at the bottom. And now I'm going to cut. And I'm not showing much concern about what's on the other side yet, because I'm going to go back and fix it so that both sides match with the thick black line going around the outside. Okay. This can go to the waste bucket. And now I'm going to bring out my scratch paper. My scratch paper, I've used it for my other parts so that, oh, that does that look like a little bear? It looks like a little stuffed animal. Little animal, look at that. It looks like a bear. Okay, so as you can see, the dark lines here need to be continued on the other half in order for it to have some continuity and look like we meant to do that. Now, I will be honest with you, I did not see any of his sculptures have symmetry in their shape the way this does, and I'm thinking of ways I could make it more asymmetrical in the future, but for now I'm going to work with this. So you see the way I did that? I went all the way around on all the sides. Well, I'm going to do the same thing for the 2 white pieces at a later date. I already have these done from earlier, so I'm going to show you how I put these together with the glue. And I'm going to keep my scrap paper here as well because glue can be sticky and I don't want to get my desk all gummy. So I'm going to make sure that I make a crisp fold for all of them because I need to line up this fold, this center fold that went down the center, and the bottom edge that's flat. I'll be lining those up, so make sure it's nice and crisp. I'll run my fingernail along there like so. Now with the glue stick, I'm going to add a layer of glue all over this. So give it a twist, and I get close to the edges and really close to the fold. Yes, all the way around the outside and a little there in the middle. And you can probably see that that is showing up purple. The next thing I'll do is I'll line up that corner there and then line up the bottom, and then that edge right there just lines up wonderfully. And I give it a good rub. So I lined up down here. I matched that corner first. I'm not sure I had that on camera well, so I have a chance to do it again, so I'm going to show you. So I add glue all over, all around the outside, around that outer edge. And then I'll take this little corner here and match it. So I just put it there and hold it. And then I match the bottom edge here. Match the bottom edge. And then I might match the side edge like that. There we go. And I give a rub. Now, this is really flat. Now, when I tell you these things can fold up, these sculptures can fold up and you just pop them out and set them up somewhere, like, I mean it. It will do that. All right. Wow. It's already looking good. So right now, these two blank surfaces need to be glued together. So I'll do the same thing and get it close to the edge. Yes. And this is a no-brainer. Wow. Yes. So I rub, rub, rub. Okay, let me move this messy looking paper out of the way. And you see this will lay flat because it's made out of paper, but it will also stand. And you can see all three sides as you turn it or view it from all the sides. Now, earlier, I showed you one that had a hole in the middle. You could make yours with that center part if you want, but this looks wonderful as it is. So I hope you'll give this a try, and if you do, let me see and post a picture or bring it in and share it with me. I love, love, love sharing new artists. Well, artists, I've known about this artist, but sharing new techniques and new projects you can make based on the art of some wonderful people who have inspired us by their work from years and years ago. And this guy is, like I said, his French. His name is Jean Dubuffet. Jean Dubuffet. It's been great spending this time with you. Come back and see me again when we'll make more cool things. Remember, I always say art makes you smart.